Hey y'all, this is Rusty from the Wichita Falls Athletic Club. We're going to talk about chins today. A couple weeks ago we did a video, how to warm up for the chin. It was a really good video, a lot of people liked it. I'm going to talk about what to do if you can't get chins. Now, whether you're a client or you are in the gym doing this yourself, you might not be able to do chins right off the bat, right? Generally we put in chin-ups on our light pulling day, so we can't add weight to the bar. We're running an LP on our deadlift. We can't add 3 days a week. It's getting too taxing. So what you do is you pull out that middle day. Generally, if you're running a Monday, Wednesday, Friday, you're going to pull out that Wednesday, and then you're going to supplement a light pulling, whether it's chins, cleans. You're going to pull out that middle week, that Wednesday, for instance, and you're going to supplement some chins. So chins are a very good light pulling exercise. So we're going to add in chins. Now let's say for whatever reason you're either too weak or you're overweight, you can't do a full chin up. This is the progression I like to use to get people to be able to do chin up. If you're overweight, you're going to have to lose weight. That's the only way, if you're a real heavy person, doing chins is going to be real hard. But this is for the people that are just a little too weak, that aren't used to that movement. I like to run them on a progression on the lat machine. This lat machine we have at the gym. It's got a lot of history behind it. It goes up in 10-pound increments. Some lat machines go up in 5-pound increments. If they do, you can typically run this cycle a little bit longer. But what I like to do is I like to find a weight that the client or whoever I'm training, you, yourself, can do a full range of motion. That's fully extended arms all the way to the chest, that they can do for a 3x5. And I don't want it to be too challenging at first. I want them to make them work, but I don't want them to be grinding on the first day. And then that next week we go up 10 pounds, and the next week we go up 10 pounds. So we're doing 3x5s, just like a normal linear progression, 10 pounds, 10 pounds, 10 pounds. Once that last rep starts getting grindy, or their technique starts changing, or they start heaving the bar, whatever it is, then I like to add a rep instead of adding weight. So let's say the sticking point is 80 pounds. Instead of doing a 3x5 at 80 pounds, we're going to do a 3x6 at 80 pounds, a 3x7 at 80 pounds, a 3x8 at 80 pounds. Generally, from my experience, once they can do 3 sets of 8, we can go ahead and add the weight and drop it back down to a 3x5. So now we are doing a 3x5 at 90, 3x6 at 90, 3x7 at 90, 3x8 at 90. And then we can go up to 100 pounds and reset the rep scheme, okay? Run this as long as you can. Once this starts tapping out, at the very least, the client or yourself should be able to control your weight on the bar. Once that happens, there's an entire different progression that I like to use if they still can't get that first chin up, but they can control their weight. There's there's negatives, there's different things that we can do to get them to do that full chin up. So I would go ahead and run this progression. Remember, we're doing full range of motion chins. That's all the way to straight arms, touch the chest, back to straight arms, because that's the same range of motion you're going to be using on the bar, okay? So I would go ahead and run this progression. I'll do a part 2 video on this later, on the progression I like to use whenever they can actually control their body weight, if they still can't get a full chin, but they can control their body weight. I'll do a progression on how I like to start working in actual negatives and chins and whatnot, and then we also add in this, okay? So I hope this helps. Let us know in the comments.